Hi guys, my name is Sadie and welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for being here today amidst all of the craziness that is happening in the world right now. I just want to start off this video by saying my heart goes out to all of you who are being affected by this. Well, really everyone's being affected by this, but I hope that you all are well and I hope that your loved ones around you or the ones that are far away from you are doing well. I know that this is a crazy time of a lot of changes, a lot of uncertainty, a lot of fear in the world, a lot of anxiety. I know YouTube is one of those places that I like to turn where I just want to turn away from everything that's going on and I just want to relax and watch whatever it may be. So that's why I'm sitting down to film this video for you guys. So I just want to wish you all well and I hope you're all staying safe and I hope you're all staying healthy and I hope all the people around you and that the people you love are all staying safe and healthy as well, and I hope you're all doing your part to social distance and stay at home unless it is absolutely necessary for you to leave. Please stay at home. I know as a proud introvert I am kind of thriving in this time of just getting to stay at my favorite place, which is my house. But I know it's really hard for a lot of people. This is a disruption to a lot of people's lives. I know there's a lot of job insecurity right now and just a lot of uncertainties for the future. So I just want to say all my well wishes to you and hope that you're all thriving and surviving and just doing the best you can in all of these crazy times. I just wanted to take a break from it all and relax and talk about one of my favorite things to enjoy while I'm at home, and that is some tea. Specifically today, I want to talk about my favorite tea company in the whole world, which is David's Tea. I am here enjoying my favorite way to have David's Tea at home, which is a nice tea latte. And now Sadie from the past will show you how I prepare a tea latte from home. Alright, so I got everything I need right here to make my favorite way to enjoy some David's Tea at home, which is a nice tea latte. The tea I will be enjoying in my tea latte today is this one that is labeled upside down. It is Santa's Secret. This is a festive flavor that I think is exclusive to the holiday time, so I stocked up right before they were going out of stock. It's like this really delicious black pepperminty sweet tea. I've got 1 perfect spoon's worth of Santa's Secret here in my disposable tea bag. I've got that in my David's tea mug, which is a nice large 16-ounce mug. This is my perfect spoon right here, which is like David's Tea's own way of measuring. I think it's like 1.25 teaspoons is 1 perfect spoon. But they say to make a cup of tea that you use 1 to 2 perfect spoons, so I have 1 perfect spoon in here. Now I'm just pouring in water to about the halfway point in my mug. That should be good. Oh no, the string fell. So I filled my mug up about halfway of this 16-ounce mug. And on each of the labels that comes on these David's Teas, there's like a suggested temperature for what you should brew your tea at. And there's also a suggested time for how long you should brew your tea, so I usually try to follow that as close as possible. And often they suggest that you don't use completely boiling water, so usually what I'll do for that is I let it boil and then I just kind of turn off the stove and let it sit there for a while, and then I put it into steep. So let's steep. And besides the David's Tea, this right here is the star of the show for me. This is some Oatly oat milk. Ever since that I have discovered oat milk, my life has been changed. I've been trying to avoid having dairy, and this is by far 100% my favorite milk alternative. It is so great. This one is the full fat version right here, but they also have less fat and normal versions. The thing that I love about using oat milk in lattes like this is that it still has a high enough fat content that it foams up pretty well in my little milk frother that I have right here. Alright, while I'm waiting for my tea to finish steeping, I'm going to froth my milk in my trusty milk frother. I picked this up off of Amazon. It was about 30 bucks, I believe, and I'm going to press this once. And this milk frother actually froths the milk while heating it at the same time. And it's totally possible to enjoy a tea latte without frothing your milk. I just like to do this when I'm feeling a little fancier. Want to have a fancy drink at home. So my tea has finished steeping. I threw the bag away and I stirred in some stevia in the raw, which is my preferred sweetener alternative to sugar. And my milk has now finished frothing, so I'm gonna pop this off. I'm gonna give a couple taps to my milk frother so that all of the froth will come to the top and the rest of the milk that's left will go to the bottom. I believe that's what's happening when I do that. And I'm gonna pour it in. Don't want to overflow, but I want all the milk as much as possible. And that is what I love about oat milk. It still has that nice frothiness to it. Got a nice little froth dome there on the top. And sometimes if I'm feeling a little extra fancy, I'll drizzle on some agave syrup on top, but I don't think I have any right now. So ta-da! That is how I love to enjoy my David's tea at home in a lovely oat milk latte. If you, like me, are a fan of famed YouTuber, famed Canadian, and famed cat person, nail person, Simply Nailogical, I'm sure you are also no stranger to the brand of David's Tea. And when I discovered that I had a standalone David's Tea store in the mall that is close to me, all bets were off. I knew I needed to try some David's Tea in my life. David's Tea is a company that was started in Toronto, Canada in the year 2008, and they are just really known for having a large variety of truly high quality teas. And if you are a tea person whatsoever, if you love drinking tea like me and you have not checked out David's Tea, you absolutely have to. So you can go into their stores and you can shop all of the tea selections that they have there. They have a bunch of cans of different loose leaf teas inside the store, and they'll have different teas based on the season and whatever they have in stock. They also sell teas that come in sachets, which are the pre-packaged teas inside the bag. But usually the way that I like to shop is just buying the loose leaf tea by itself and buying some disposable tea bags that I fill the tea bags up however much I would like to. David's Tea, beyond the tea, has all kinds of accessories. They have all kinds of drinkware, like this lovely mug right here. Inside their stores, in addition to buying the tea stock and the tea accessories that they have in person, you can also, like a Starbucks, order a drink there and they will make you different lattes or brew you different teas. And that's also a great way to try a new flavor of tea if you're not sure how you might like it. You know, that is one shallow positive that I have found out of this whole quarantining experience, is that I can finally fulfill my dream of drinking tea all day long and never having to stop drinking tea. I have never been disappointed by a tea that I have tried from David's Tea. Yeah, maybe I haven't been too keen on the flavor, but they have such original blends and they have always really high quality ingredients that they source from different places around the world. I have a large collection that I have gleaned over time at home. I have multiple bags of my favorite loose leaf teas. I have some little sample collections. I have a couple boxes of some sachets. I love David's Tea. You're missing out if you haven't tried it. In addition to the standalone stores or stores that they have in malls of David's Tea, you can also shop online. They have all kinds of teas, from herbal teas to green teas to black teas to white teas to rooibos. That I've never been sure about that one. There are just so many options for teas. I do not doubt that you will find something that you like. No more basic teas for me, only David's Tea, please. I'm gonna talk about some of my favorite teas that I have discovered at David's Tea as well. First favorite David's Tea is the one that I made a tea latte out of, and that is Santa's Secret. I don't want to go too long about this one because it is a limited edition one, and I don't think they're selling it anymore. Luckily, I stocked up as much as I can before they stopped selling it. It was exclusively a holiday time tea. It's this really like sweet, pepperminty black tea. It's high caffeine, which you know I am all pumped for. Get me on that high caffeine. Santa's Secret is an absolute delicious, wonderful one. If you happen to spot it in one of your local stores, definitely pick it up and give it a try if you're into that pepperminty tea kind of thing. Alright, the next tea I wanted to talk about is another really unique tea to me, and as soon as I saw this on the website, my interest was piqued. This tea is Moscow Mule, and it tastes exactly how the name sounds. It tastes just like a Moscow Mule, you know, minus the alcohol taste. And a Moscow Mule is one of my favorite adult beverages. I believe it's just vodka and ginger beer. There might be something else in there, but you know, those are the main flavors of it. And this amazing tea, Moscow Mule, tastes just like a refreshing sip of a nice Moscow Mule. It's a sweet, gingery, but not too spicy kind of tea. It is a fruit infusion, and this one says it's made in Germany. So like I said, David's Tea sources their tea from all over the world, which I think is super cool. It tastes really great ice as well as hot. All of the David's Tea have their ingredients listed here in case you have any allergies. This one includes ginger, candied ginger, some apple, sweet blackberry leaves, lemon balm, peppermint, cucumber. You just can't not feel fancy when you have some David's Tea. Just looking at the ingredients and how all of them are mixed together, and you can tell that they're truly like fresh, really nicely sourced ingredients. A lot of the times when you buy tea bags from the store, not to hate on Bigelow or anything, but you know, looking inside the tea bags, they're all these like small, really tiny pieces of leaves, and you can't really tell what they are, if they are really the tea that they say they are. David's Tea, man, they just really step the bar up when it comes to tea. So next is another, I keep saying this is another specialty. They're all specialties. This next favorite is Movie Night, which is a really unique green tea. I believe I read that they specifically developed this tea to be had during some sort of movie screening at a movie festival, something like that. And I just love that idea. The name is very reminiscent of what this tea tastes like. It tastes like some nice buttery popcorn. It's got large pieces of popcorn in there too, if you can see. Like, can you see that? Probably not. I really don't know how they do it. I thought when I was drinking this at first, I was like, uh-oh, does this have butter in it? Does it have some sort of dairy? Just because it tastes so buttery and rich, but it doesn't. It's like sorcery, David's tea. It's a really rich, buttery, popcorny tasting tea, and I just love it. I love sipping on this when I'm having some popcorn or watching a movie at night. It is just really such a cozy, yummy, rich tasting tea that I love. My next tea that I love is totally a classic. This is a staple in my collection, and this is David's Breakfast Blend. This is just like a really basic high caffeine black tea, super high quality tasting ingredients. This one is sourced from Sri Lanka. I just love the idea of the David's Tea executives traveling around the world, meeting all kinds of people, tasting their teas, and just being like, I have to have this for my store. Ugh, what an amazing job a tea taster must be. But yeah, this is just a staple black tea that I love to have. It's got a little bit of a sweetness to it, but it's mostly just like a normal black tea. This is really good just to have in the morning if you need something high caffeine, and is also really great to mix in this tea with all kinds of other teas. That is one thing that I love to do with my David's tea also, is mix them together. One of my favorite combinations has been two that I have mentioned, Movie Night and Santa's Secret. Just makes the flavor even more rich. And I just, you know, I love having a sweet treat. I totally have a sweet tooth, and these David's teas can really satisfy that sweet tooth in a really healthy way, because you know, you're just drinking tea. My next favorite tea is my favorite herbal tea, and this is Organic Cold 911. I will read you the ingredients of this one to give you an idea of the flavor. We've got peppermint, apple, juniper berries, eucalyptus, and orange. They really suggest this one if you know you're feeling under the weather and you need kind of a little pick-me-up, and I totally love it for that purpose too. It's a really nice blend of not just a strong peppermint flavor and not too fruity either. It just like makes you feel better. It makes you feel like you're doing something better for your system. It is also caffeine free, so you can enjoy it at night. And on David's website, they describe this tea as the cold solution that you need, and I totally agree. It's a super aromatic tea that you can smell the peppermint and the eucalyptus as soon as you open the bag, and it's just a really nice herbal tea, one of my absolute favorite herbal teas. My next favorite is another green tea, and this one is Organic Silk Dragon Jasmine. If I'm looking for just a go-to green tea, I want something fresh but also something that's not too fruity, I love to go to a green tea. Or if I'm looking for something a little less caffeinated than black tea, I go for a nice green tea, and this is such a high quality, good tasting green tea to me. And I just have to read you the description that is written about this Organic Silk Dragon Jasmine. This premium spring plucked green tea with jasmine is a real treasure. To create it, night blooming jasmine is gathered in the morning, kept cool all day. In the evening, when the flowers burst open and release their scent, they're placed with the tea leaves. This is repeated with fresh flowers over 5 nights, infusing the green tea with the most magical jasmine flavor. Doesn't that just sound magical to you? It is a nice bold green tea with some strong flowery note. The last tea I want to talk about today is a bit of a wild card, and this one is a Magic Potion. It's a super unique herbal tea that turns blue when you steep it. Never in my life have I ever seen a blue tea. I felt like a magician when I was drinking this blue tea, something that would seem off-putting at first, but this herbal tea has a really fruity, sweet, tangy flavor. I believe the main flavor in it is blue raspberry, so if you're a fan of blue raspberry candy, if you think that blue is the best flavor like I do, I think you would definitely enjoy this tea. The thing that they say is the magic in this tea that turns it this really vibrant blue, violet-y color is specifically butterfly pea flower, and has these really bright blue petals to it, so that's what turns it blue. In addition to this, we've got some currants in here, some apples, some rose hips. It's super sweet and super juicy and is just Another one of those satisfying sweet treats. And with that final tea, that is all of my current favorite teas from David's Tea. If you love David's Tea, let me know some of your favorites down below. If you've never tried David's Tea before and you love tea, I definitely recommend you go on their website right now and shop around for some teas that you think you might like. Maybe you'll like some of my suggestions. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys stay well. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like or a comment down below. Please subscribe if you haven't gotten a chance to already. If you are loving some teas, let me know which teas you have been enjoying in the comments. I just really like being able to interact with you guys down there. Anyways, have a good one, stay safe, stay well, social distance, stay at home if you can. And until the next video, I will see you then. Bye!